Ta-da. All right. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. No producer, once again. So, Boo Boo, I want you to imagine, if you will, you're a merchant in ancient Babylon. You load your entire life savings into one wooden boat, and you stock it full of grain, spices, maybe some olive oil, maybe, and, of course, wine. And then halfway across the sea, a storm hits, ship sinks, and now you're broke, you're completely ruined. And that exact fear, the fear of catastrophe, is what created insurance. Insurance is one of those things that everybody complains about. Nobody likes paying for it, and nobody likes dealing with it, but nobody ever wants to actually use it either. But also, you can't really be without it. Insurance quietly became one of the most important inventions in human history. And without it, modern cities probably don't exist. Global shipping collapses, banks become terrifying, and businesses stop expanding, and nobody wants to build skyscrapers or anything like that. Nobody finances risky inventions. And somehow, all of this started with ancient merchants gambling on boats. And today, we're going to talk about the history of insurance, the scams, the disasters, the great London fire of London, the rise of Lloyd's insurance. We'll get to that. It's not based on me. That is my last name, but it's not it. The mafia connections, the weird celebrity body part policies. That was a fun one. And how humility... Oh, we'll get there, buddy. And how humanity built an entire global industry around the idea that eventually something will go catastrophically wrong. Oh, music. That's the wrong one. Cut that out.
Right.
Cut that.
One.
Music.
You know,
Now, if we
honest,
go...
listening to that, I feel like either song could work for enter or exit. You know,
You're right. One could... I mean, they're both entrances and exits. But also, it reiterates the fact that we need a producer because none of this shit is labeled properly. So, literally, I wish I could show you this, the little, right here, because it won't let me. But both of the thumbnails for our opening video and our ending video are identical. There's absolutely no difference between them, and sometimes they swap places. So I have no way of knowing. None. If only... Hell yeah. If only I had insurance to cover this kind of situation. Brought it back.
He worked it in there.
It was a stretch. It was a stretch, just like the entrances and exits.
It paid off.
Yeah, it did.
Paid off.
It did. I cashed in that policy.
Just like insurance will. It's important.
Hopefully.
Okay?
Hopefully.
Maybe.
How old do you think insurance is?
Well, you mentioned the ancient Greeks, so I'm gonna say pretty old.
Oh yeah, I did.
Pretty old.
Yeah, you're probably right. That was the whole premise of the opening bit, wasn't it? Like,
I'm sure
yeah,
the
did
first guy that had all that, that exact scenario is probably like insurance was conceived that day. Like, man, I fucking lost all this shit in a crazy quicksand accident.
There's got to be a better way.
Hate when this happens to you. Oh no, all my goods.
My ship has sunk.
Right, the dude's just falling all dramatically and stupid. Like God, I miss those commercials.
I hate those so much that I love them. That's how much I hate them.
No more messy sinking ship and goods all in the fucking ocean for fish to eat. Where have you been all my life?
Actually, I said Babylonian.
Oh shit! Yeah, you said
not Greece. Babylon. That's the word.
Whoops.
So it's ancient Mesopotamia, around 4,000 to 3,000 BC. Which, as you know, everything was in the vicinity of each other back then, so it's practically the same. But the Babylonian merchants were the ones who faced a very massive problem. Trade was very dangerous. Ships would sink, bandits would attack, cargo would spoil because, you were out in the open seas, and not quite the way we think of them, but a type of pirate existed back then. They would, take a ship, take the goods, and in a lot of cases, if a shipment failed, completely, lost, the everyday merchant could lose everything. So, trader, yeah, just can you imagine just one bad shipment at your job completely ruining the entire thing? Like where you work, and I'm not going to mention where you work, but just one day, the truck that's supposed to deliver doesn't have insurance for wrecks, and that ends the entire chain. That's basically what could happen.
I feel like we took way too big a hit. Way too big a hit.
Way
Never
too
doing
big.
that again. Never.
Way too
doing
big.
That again. It happened once. It will happen again.
There has to be a better way.
Hey, when this happens to you,
Oh, we should make a commercial sometime.
right, your semi tips over and all your goods are all of a sudden all over the freeway.
So they could lose everything. Ancient traders began to develop an early form of risk sharing, which I love the name for. It was called bottomry. Bottom-re. It's all one word.
Whoa.
And here's how it would work. A lender would finance a shipment. If the ship successfully arrived, the merchant repaid the loan with interest. But if it sank or disappeared, the loan was forgiven. So basically, someone else took on the risk.
Okay.
And if the risk paid off, they got money back for it. And, the extra interest was basically the insurance premium.
I like
So it's kind of a cool thing. And this system appears in the Code of Hammurabi, which is one of the oldest surviving legal codes in human history. Which I didn't know there was such a thing, and I think that's pretty cool.
like that gorilla that got shot. Not
Harambe. Yeah, definitely. How many times has that happened to you?
Hey, when this happens to you,
You're talking about old legal codes, and suddenly your buddy pulls out his cock on podcast.
he didn't stand up, but he was right there.
There has to be a better way.
God damn it.
So basically, the idea was instead of one person suffering total catastrophe, risk would be spread around. It wasn't just like one person took the whole, the hit. It was a lendership. There were multiple investors for each one, and they would take a relatively minor hit compared to one person taking the entire punch to the balls. And that concept basically became the foundation of the entire global insurance scam industry.
Yes, industry.
Yes. And ancient Chinese merchants would also develop primitive insurance systems. Rather than placing all of their cargo in one ship, they would spread goods across multiple vessels, which actually seems a lot smarter than making someone pay for it. That way, one ship sank, they didn't lose everything. That's
pretty smart.
There has to be a better way, and there it was.
And that's the phrase, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I don't
know if that kind of works. I mean, it kind of works. Don't put all your goods in one ship.
Yes, right. That's a more era accurate way of saying it, I'm sure. But
why wouldn't you put all your eggs in one basket? Now you have to make multiple trips. The chickens are getting pissed.
Yeah. Like, hey, you're touching my undercarriage, and I do not appreciate it.
You've got to wait for the egg, sir.
I worked. Oh, my God. You don't want to lay an egg? I'll just reach up there and grab it myself.
Sir, you've got to wait.
No, I don't. I got
the hell I do.
And a brain. Just do the tasty morsel thing. Come here, egg.
Come here, you little egg-laying fuck.
Ooh, you are going to make such a delicious omelet.
And dinner!
God damn it.
Omelet for the breakfast and fried chicken for dinner. Sorry, my cords are getting in my way here. The history of annoying cords.
Hey, when this happens.
So yeah, basically, it's like you said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And they were like, you know what, that works with ships too. Let's do that. So that's kind of how the whole modern insurance company business plan is they spread risk around, and if one disaster happens, it should be okay.
Great.
But back to the old days, the Greeks and Romans would expand on the concept, and ancient Roman burial societies acted like primitive life insurance. So we're getting into getting into the life stuff.
Okay. All right.
In order to be buried, you would pay monthly dues into a shared fund, and when somebody died in that group, the society would pay the funeral expenses for the family. And
Wow.
funerals were extremely important in a lot of ancient societies, and Rome included. Without proper burial, people feared spiritual consequences. Yeah, so
It sounds like dead people union. Like, hey, when you die, union's going to take care of you. All right, you just pay your dues.
yeah,
Union has got your back.
it is kind of like that. Yeah, I'd like to think of it as like a 2,000-year-old death subscription.
Yeah, yeah.
But
You pay your monthly premium for Death
pay your
Plus.
premium. Yeah, Death Plus Plus.
Upgrade to our Super Gold Platinum Diamond package to
Now
get,
this is the
more
underworld
death.
package. You don't want that. That's our bottom of tier. This
You
puts
can
you a
do
little
it.
closer to heaven.
The more you pay,
Oh.
the closer you get up the ladder.
Sorry, I think we're getting confused with the church.
Ooh, whoops.
Oops.
I gotta stop doing that.
I joke, I kid.
Yeah. Calm down.
So,
Calm down. It's just a
Tom,
joke.
it's okay, boy. So insurance really didn't become a big thing until the Middle Ages because global trade exploded. And trade was incredibly dangerous back then. A single storm could wipe out fortunes. It was not much different, really, from the earlier days. Italian merchants became pioneers of marine insurance during the 14th and 15th centuries.
Wow.
And this is a time when cities like Genoa, am I saying that right? Venice and Florence, they were all major trade hubs. So the Italians definitely had, something to. We need to take care of this.
Yeah,
Make
we
them an
taught
offer
the
they
world
can't
how to eat.
refuse.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
if you don't like it, maybe we send him to sleep with the fishes.
Yeah, did you insure your spaghetti plate, sir?
Oh, my bad. Extra Parmesan, huh?
Would you
got
like the
something for
extra Parmesan Plus? That's what this one is.
Yeah, what you got against mozzarella?
What's your gabagool, kid?
Oh, God. Gabagool is gabagool for gabagool.
Oh, so in these days, it was like I said, wasn't much different. Merchants would need protection from shipwrecks, piracy, cargo theft, war. You wouldn't really think of that here being like an issue with like, oh man, I should get insured. That war's going to break out any minute now. Okay, so it's still a problem today. I'm sorry, but they did. This is where contracts for insurance became increasingly more sophisticated. And by the 1400s, merchants could purchase policies covering specific cargoes and voyages. So instead of having like just, okay, there's our wine insurance, we've also got our spaghetti insurance because you shipped massive amounts of spaghetti back in those days, Italy. And I'm sure there's other things they shipped, but they had insurance for that too.
Parmesan.
Parmesan.
You know how long it take me to make the spaghetti? Better
5
than
years! 5 years!
day and night. I spend in the kitchen. I beat the eggs.
Stirring the pasta. Stirring the sauce.
I mill the flour. I go and violate the chicken because you know the egg.
I cry into the onion.
God damn it. Right. There's no tears. I'm a man. Okay? It's a reaction to the onion, nothing else.
It is I sweat.
Sorry, Italians.
Oh, yeah, I do love your food. Anyway, so basically by covering different voyages and cargoes and itemizing, basically, it helped change global commerce because suddenly merchants could afford to take bigger risks now. Insurance made long-distance trade safer because they were, part of the voyages clause was that they could find people to back a longer voyage, and and that helped out everybody. Bankers were more willing to finance these voyages because not only did you have to, insure it, you also had to finance. If you don't have the money up front, you gotta finance all this shit. So investors also became more confident. So everyone was finding more money this way, and
Good for the goose and the gander.
good for the goose and the eggs.
Beautiful eggs.
But it is one of those things that kind of quietly helped, change modern global economies.
Yeah.
And we're gonna move on to something a little odd here. We're gonna talk about a coffee shop.
Okay.
Where you may be thinking to yourself, as I was, what would a coffee shop have anything to do with the history of insurance? Well, it was a coffee shop in London. It was called Lloyd's Coffee Shop. It was a man named Edward Lloyd, and no relation. His shop was in London in the late 1600s, and it was right, near the Thames River, which was a major hub. And he opened his coffee shop near the docks. I don't know why I skipped around like that. Around 1688-ish. And it became the perfect meeting place for ship owners, merchants, sailors, and wealthy investors. They all kind of collaborated here. And he, being, in the know, it's kind of, I guess a coffee shop owner was kind of like a bartender. They knew everything that was going on. And he would, offer information to the passers-by. And some of the more wealthy individuals that would pop in would start offering and agreeing to insure voyages. So when a merchant would bring details about a voyage, people would be willing to take the risk. People who were willing to take the risk would literally write their names underneath the agreement. So it was one agreement written for the insurance or the merchant and the investors. The people willing to insure would write underneath, and that's where the term underwriter came from.
Huh.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that was a term.
And so the coffee shop, apparently his coffee was shit because he turned it to an insurance company not long after. And it's now, I think it still exists. It's called Lloyd's of London. I don't know if you've heard of Lloyd's of London.
Oh. Any relation?
No relation. As I've said multiple times.
No, I've never heard of them.
Oh, okay. We'll get into some of the things they insure later. It's some of it is pretty fucking crazy. It's not just like ships and voyages. That like today and then over the past couple of hundred years they've insured famous buildings, athletes, movies, spacecraft, and body parts.
Oh.
And they also became famous for another reason. It wasn't just that they were high end. They found ways to finance a lot of really, really rich voyages and shit.
Okay.
They would actually pay their claims. and I know that sounds like an obvious thing, but in the early insurance world, many companies simply just vanished after a disaster would strike. So
I was gonna say, what's to stop you?
Yeah, they take the money and run. So trust was more important than anything when it came to finding a proper insurance company.
Okay.
And one of the defining moments in their history wasn't until 1906 during the San Francisco earthquake. So into more modern days, many of the insurers at the time tried to avoid paying any of the claims. But
Fuckers.
but the person who was in charge of Lloyd's at the time, Mr. Cuthbert, which is a terrible name, Cuthbert Heath, basically told his agents, pay all of them.
I think they got those names backwards. What were they thinking?
Cuthbert Heath. He said pay all of it. Pay every single person who files a claim that's insured by us for this disaster. And that's actually what helped cement their legacy worldwide. It wasn't, without trust, it was nothing. You got to trust your insurance company, right?
Sounds like the honor-based system was dead before I was here to say it was dead now.
You'd think, but it was dead for a long time. You'd think back in the good old days.
Honor's just a myth. Just like the Minotaur or the Cyclops.
Honor's just a system in Red Dead.
Right. Honor's for sissies. Real men fuck each other over.
And while that was a big thing, and I know I jumped ahead because we were talking about Lloyd's of London, there was another fire that transformed the history of insurance forever. And that was the Great Fire of London in 1666.
No.
It started at a bakery.
Of course.
A bakery. And basically turned London into one giant torch because everything was made of wood. Which we kind of talked about the London fire during our firefighter episode last week.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
If you didn't watch, then come on.
Yeah. So if you remember, lots of shit was destroyed. And I mean a shit ton of it. Basically after that was, people were like, you know what? We should probably have some sort of backup plan.
And it was on that day the phrase "don't put all your eggs in one basket" was reborn.
But that's also where that part of history that I think we mentioned last week, if I didn't, something's wrong with me. Insurance companies would place, I think I'm going into more detail in it because this is the insurance part of it, but the insurance companies would place metal plaques on fire, called fire marks, on an insured building, and if the building caught fire, the fire brigades would look for the plaque. If you had coverage, they fought the fire. If not, fuck you. So,
bad day to catch on fire, God.
It'd be like if your house catches on fire and they pull up, fire department pulls up, they're ready to fight the fire, and one of them, whoa, guys, this is a State Farm house. Can't touch it.
They're like, holy shit. Dude, your house is on fire.
Sorry, progressive.
Where's Allstate to save the day, huh?
It's right here in our contract. Flo says no.
Oh my God, it rhymes, so it must be true.
It must be true. So that would suck.
Am I the only one who was,
Probably.
for some reason, no, I don't think so. Let me
Probably not.
Had a weird attraction to that lady, and all of a sudden I wanted to bundle home and auto and RV insurance. I don't even own any of those things.
I had Progressive for a little while. But
I think I'm Progressive, but the older I get, the more blue hair scares me.
I'm there are some insurance companies that have some pretty attractive spokespeople. For me, it's the emu. But
oh yeah, Beebo.
God damn it! I hate my brain because what I just wanted to say was the things I'd do to that bird.
The sunglasses stay on though, right? Mandatory.
Oh
sunglasses.
yeah,
I mean, it's too cool.
Liberty,
Too cool
Bibberty.
Oh my God, I want to live right this beach. Next.
I'm gonna Bibberty. God damn it.
Liberty.
Anyway, so I'm just imagining like the different insurance companies battling it out because somebody's got a logo and the other doesn't or whatever. Oh,
fucking Liberty thing made me think of old fucking like so stupid credit report. Should have gone through free credit.
Oh no! I hated those.
Coming at me like an atom bomb.
Oh, that's it. Next, we're doing the history.
That's spelled free. Creditreport.com, baby.
It's taking everything in me not to interrupt you because I hate those songs. But I bet you pretty soon you've inspired the history of advertisements soon.
Oh boy!
And then you could sing all you want, buddy.
Let's go. Great, my fucking stupid 800-588 2300 Empire today.
I personally like the if you have a structured settlement and you need cash now.
Call JG Wentworth. 877 cash now.
Oh, so fucking catchy. Where do they find people with that amount of bass?
Oh shit! Why does he look like that? It's so fucking off-putting. I mean, kudos to you.
Off-putting is the best way to put it. It's not the person.
No. He's dressed as a Viking.
It's the way they've dressed him and the way they've had him emote.
Right, he kind of like shoves the dude out of the way. I got that.
I feel like his agent when he was getting ready for that role was like, this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna level with you. This is gonna make or break you. This is it. This is your big shot. And he went in and vanished and just vanished
everything.
And it was not enough.
Taught him.
He performed on Broadway for 30 years in preparation.
What do you mean you've never heard of J.G. Wentworth the musical, dude? Oh my
Oh,
god, you
no.
uncultured fucking swine. J.G. Wentworth on ice? Hello?
You've spoken it. It's probably true, though. It's probably
Madison
already
Square
out there.
Gardens.
I want Holyfield!
I showed you what these guys can do in the Middle East. Now I'm going to show you what they can do in the ring.
Now I'm going to show you what they can do to your structured settlement.
Yes,
Oh,
no.
but anyway. Yeah, so basically, if you go back to the firefighting episode, they basically became private, and it wasn't so much of a big deal anymore, but fire insurance became a massive business, and property insurance in general just became a permanent part of modern life. Speaking of life, life insurance became I love how I segued that. Became increasingly more common during the 17 and 1800s because, not at first, many people initially thought it was a little disturbing. Not because, they didn't look at it as, I'm making sure that my loved ones are taken care of after my untimely demise at the age of 30. It was, 17, 1800s.
I now have a monetary interest in you dying.
Right. You'd think that's what it was, but basically, they looked at it as betting on whether you were going to die or not.
I mean, kind of, right?
Yeah, and some religious groups even condemned it. And others, like you just said, thought it encouraged murder. Which sounds dramatic, but insurance fraud was absolutely a thing. So,
right. Hey, shit was crazy back then.
Yeah. But eventually life insurance became socially acceptable because the industrial society that followed, or began to emerge, created another major problem, which was that families often depended financially on one person. And if the breadwinner died, the family was fucked. Wives sold to prostitution, kids working in factory for less than minimum wage today. Probably way less, like pennies, literally pennies, not even on the dollar, just pennies.
Right, sir, may I please have a glass of water? I've been working for 10 hours straight. It's bloody hot in here. I tell you to speak. I'm docking your wages for that.
10 hours, that's just gotten here.
Yapping on company time, are we?
You've got another 36 hours left in your shift. Shut the fuck up.
I'll just say this. I wouldn't want to be you on payday.
Deduction. So yeah, that could devastate a family, obviously. But the life insurance offered financial stability if the main person were to die, even though the main person was probably also poor because things sucked.
Yes, for a long time and still.
Yeah, and to properly do this, they also had to predict things in the insurance companies, like the life expectancy of the time, disease rates, accident rates, where you worked at, of how, and other mortality statistics, like, oh, did your father die of the vapors?
Did he die from the bad blood? Shame.
Have you had any leechings recently?
Unfortunately, that's not covered with your policy, and I'm afraid you're fucked.
Oh, bloodletting. Oh, well. Not
Let's just
insurable.
I'd hate to be you on payday.
Have you got all your teeth? You do. Something's terribly wrong then.
I'd hate to be you on that day, mate.
Just
Tisk, tisk.
tisk. Oh, no teeth at all. Ooh.
Hello there, Dove. How are you doing, ducky?
That's giving me a premium.
Let's talk shop, shall we?
Oh, why
Never
did we
had
go
a gummy
there?
before.
Oh no.
Yes. Be evil.
This whole obsession with the numbers and statistics comes, yes.
Gums.
Gums.
Monster.
The obsession with data basically is what spiraled the modern insurance companies love their data, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And by the late 1800s, the industrial life insurance, for the factory worker man, was extremely common. It hadn't. They finally stopped saying, well, they're not betting on my death anymore. Agents would even go door to door and collect the small weekly payments. So it was before,
God.
like now, I have my phone, and it's not my life insurance, but my car insurance. I can just pay it on the, couple.
Right.
No, they'd actually show up and knock on your door and be like, "Oh God, where is it?"
I last time I checked, you get $1 sometime.
That's a
You didn't
nice
make
life
sure to
you
pick it
have.
up.
Be ashamed if something happened to it.
Hey, son, they found your body in the alley somewhere, not buried in this beautiful cemetery behind me. Come on,
Be,
chap.
be terrible if a industrial accident were to happen to you.
Maybe something falls on your head, or you're pierced by some sort of foreign object or something. Or you go to a beautiful island resort, and all of a sudden you're struck by a coconut falling on your head. The
That
missus will be
agent,
quite upset.
that agent just went a little far left and far right, wherever.
Ooh,
No, neither one of those. Neither one of
somewhere in the
those.
center.
Yeah, somewhere like that.
How do I keep winding up on this island? Oh, boy, I love it here.
Oh no.
Yikes.
Oh
Okay,
God.
back to work. Back
say-
to work.
You
Jeffrey,
say far
I'm
right
back
one
after
time.
this.
So
Hey, Bill.
we're
Hillary,
and now,
you're doing good.
and now from all the jokes, we'll go into something depressing. Working class
Oh,
families could typically only purchase tiny policies to only cover funeral costs. So, not even provide. It's like, well, I don't have the money to take care of my family, but I got enough money. If you could just throw me in the ground, pay someone to dig it up.
Landlord's there at the funeral. He's like, ooh, this is awkward, but it's the first of the month. So what are we doing?
Rest in peace.
Sorry for your loss. But
Yeah, sorry for your loss, but you're about a week overdue.
I hate to tell you now, of all times, that he was behind by about 3 months, and I'm not the type to forget nor forgive.
And I'm gonna have to turn off your well.
Oh, you're the toothless lady from earlier. Well, hey, it's not always about money.
Oh, here
work
we go
this out
again.
some other type of way, right? Come on now. Well, freaky. You're
Come
single.
on. I'm being loud because the squeakiest mouse gets the cheese.
What's happening?
So anyway, that's depressing. So we're going to move on a little bit. I mean, to be fair, funerals were expensive, I'm sure. So it helped. I'm sure it helped. Now, the second that insurance existed, people tried to start scamming it, as you would well imagine. It's been around for... The insurance has been around for centuries, as has fraud. So some of the schemes were absolutely ridiculous, though, as you would also imagine. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Some people would intentionally sink their own ships. Some people would burn down their own business. Some would fake their own death. And others would just...
Jesus.
Others would take the less dramatic approach and just exaggerate losses. Like maybe a real tragedy did happen. Their ship sank in a storm. But it wasn't just carrying it wasn't on its way back with an empty ship. It was loaded. It was loaded,
Right.
man. We had flat screen TVs in there.
Fucking. God damn it. I can't even think of anything else. That's great.
And then fraud also became its own form of business when organized crime got involved in the 20th century.
Wet works.
Criminals would often use arson as a way to, and I think that still goes on even today, I'm sure. Because buildings would just, like, whenever a company was going bad, suddenly their building would just catch right on fire. It's just a horrible thing. And that's where insurance investigators became its own profession. And,
Boy.
the insurance fraud became a multi-billion-dollar problem. That's why. Because it was just so insane, some of the stuff that had, like, I've mentioned all that other stuff, but add fake kidnappings, fake injuries, car crashes, stolen art scams, businesses inventing thefts entirely. Like, claiming they were robbed
God,
blind
dude.
when nothing happened. So it's just crazy to me.
The lengths people will go to make a buck, huh?
Yeah. And of course, when I think insurance fraud, I always think of the famous one you see in a lot of movies and TV shows, the old accidentally jumping in front of a car, or
Oh,
getting
slipping Jimmy.
the old slipping Jimmy. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking of. Yeah, yeah. So and that's just
All
a problem.
good, man.
That's just a problem with money. Wherever it appears, scams to get it away from you will quickly follow if you have enough of it.
Well, I feel like that shit wouldn't happen so much if it's like, all right, we're gonna give you this stuff, you pay in it, and we promise we'll probably make good. And that's all fine
Maybe,
and well.
maybe.
I got my box paid for, I got my spot in the dirt paid for, but what am I supposed to do after that? You can't account for every life lost, of course, because then no one have any money. But I don't know. There was some kind of amnesty or something, and didn't just have to jump right back into life and right back into the machine. There probably wouldn't be so much fraud.
What if we could all just agree to get along and not have to pay for anything?
Good one, sir. Good one.
So we're going to move on to health insurance. Compared to the other forms of insurance, it kind of developed a little later because for most of history, we didn't believe in medicine. So the first modern hospital wasn't invented until 1951. That's not true. But modern hospitals didn't fully emerge until the 1800s. And even then, they were nothing compared to what we've got now. Now, of course, you had physicians and such, but it wasn't like modern medicine. It was all herbal, superstition. And I'm sure there were people trying science, dabbling with science, but for the most part, it was
yeah.
very primitive.
Right. It's more
I've
like
s-
healers, not
Yeah.
doctors.
Yeah. And once medical technology began to improve worldwide, healthcare became a lot more expensive. And in the United States, of course, modern health insurance grew significantly. And after World War II, there were some things going on with wage controls that prevented some companies from offering higher salaries. So employers began offering health benefits instead to kind of cushion it. But this created the employer-based insurance system that we still use. If you notice, I've never had a company offer me car insurance, fire insurance. I've had them offer, life insurance before, but health insurance
Right.
sometimes. But I
Definitely like.
yeah, they want. I'm sure they get a cut after you die, but but I've never had one offer me car insurance. It's all medical related, huh?
I said, wasn't there that fucking whole thing about like Walmart putting
Yeah, I
out?
remember
Or is
hearing that like recently, actually, like over the last year. I heard that story. I don't know when it happened, but I've heard it.
Yeah, like they're greeters and shit. I think that's part of why, like the greeters, the nice old people that give you
Yeah,
the sticker. Hey, little kid, you want a little smiley face sticker? There you go.
they would pay out. They would pay out something to the beneficiary, the old person, but they would take a cut too, right? Is that what was going on? It was a whole
Well,
thing.
I think what was
No.
happening was Walmart was just taking out these life insurance policies on people they knew, the older people that they fucking had be like greeters and shit. They're gonna die soon. And they don't
I
have
think
life
you're right.
insurance, and there was no like rule against any. Like it's still like that. Like I could technically take out a life insurance policy on you, and I love you, but
You're
I
you're.
shouldn't be able to. I should. That's just fucking weird.
Oh, there's a term for it. It's a practice
And
commonly referred to as the dead peasant insurance. This is a situation where companies purchase life insurance on their employees, name themselves as the beneficiaries, profiting from the death of those employees.
yeah, that's
And
that's
Walmart
grimy,
was one of the big names. But the problem is, it's not illegal.
right?
It's not a scam.
It's
They're
unethical as fuck.
your customers, the employees are not being charged for this. The company is taking this out on them, but they're
Right.
benefiting from it. That's ridiculous.
But like, correct me if I'm wrong. Two people can't take out life insurance on the same person, right?
Um,
Come
that's a
on,
good
Boo,
question.
don't fail us now. Because if that's the case, then like, I mean, Meemaw probably wasn't, you don't want to think about when someone dies, but there's a certain reality you have to accept once you get to be a certain age or
Right,
certain
right.
health issues pop up, yeah. So, I mean, if Walmart's got the fucking property rights to fucking Grandpa Joe chocolate cone, and, Meemaw's just kind of left to fucking, Walmart go and take a life insurance policy out on her because she's going to die of a broken heart. That's fucked up.
um, let's see. And it looks like, and it gets all weird with all these terms, but it sounds like only one legal. It could be the named insured. Okay, so that's not what I was thinking. That's not what I was thinking it was. Um, no, I think they can be different. They can be insured by multiple.
Okay.
So either way, it's scummy as fuck.
It's scummy for a place like Walmart to do that shit.
Especially like anybody, yes, any company, even mom and pops, that's ridiculous.
Sure.
But
Right.
for a multi-billion-dollar worldwide corporation that you can't throw a rock without hitting to do it is horrible.
It's fucking insane.
I'm surprised McDonald's hasn't done it. I mean, they're the ones kind of killing their customers. On to auto insurance.
Insurance.
Because cars created an entirely new insurance nightmare because cars crash constantly, especially in the early days. They were very dangerous. They were basically screaming metal death traps. And
I wonder how loud the first ones were, man.
that's a good question. I bet you it was fun to drive those fucking things.
Ooh, I bet.
The roads were also terrible, which I never thought about that.
True, and you got those like wagon wheel style fucking wheels on it, holding up a whole goddamn car and engine and shit. You got to crank them motherfuckers.
And think about how me and you grew up. We played video games a lot as kids.
Yes.
So we already had the hand-eye coordination. I played a lot of racing games, even Mario Kart. We had the basic foundations of how cars work. Early drivers did not. So
this is all new to them. They're like,
yeah, they had no concept of. I mean, they had the horse and carriages, but horses have their own mind. Cars do not. So, and
they also didn't have SpongeBob.
Right,
big toe.
Right, big
Where's
toe. Also, and this sounds like a lot of fun, traffic laws barely existed. So, as car ownership began to grow during the early 1900s, governments began to require liability insurance at least cover yourself so you're not liable for someone else's death. And this is another point in history that transformed the insurance industry because suddenly millions of ordinary people needed to get policies. And this is where they loved those fucking those stats. So they applied those statistics even further to car insurance by going by age, gender, driving history. Once you've driven a while, location where you're at. Because if you're out in the middle of nowhere, chances of getting a wreck are not as good as say somebody in the middle of downtown.
Right.
And the vehicle you drove to was this vehicle dangerous? Because probably. Color? Yeah, what color was it? It's gray, like all the others.
And I'm sorry, but a red car doesn't automatically mean fast.
No, neither does something with... I lost myself there, but yeah, you're right.
I know what you mean. I know.
No, I didn't. So yeah, the data became even increasingly convoluted, and insurance pricing became extremely more math was involved in insurance policies than was in the first D&D games. I can say that probably with utmost uncertainty. So, yeah, if you look at it, like if you were to look at what insurance companies look at now, somehow they'd know how often your neighborhood gets hail, which cars get stolen the most often, how likely you are to crash based on your age, and how much it costs to repair that specific bumper on your specific car. They love fucking data. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Careful scanning your ID at the store because they're going to steal your identity and track you.
Just like they always have.
And always will.
Always
That's
will.
Freedom.
So, oh. Now, before I get into I'm at the end of the timeline here because that's, you know, it really hasn't changed other than we've, revolted against a couple of insurance companies.
Figure out how to make more money at once.
That's really all it is.
Companies go ahead and write off losses, even if it's not actually stolen, and still punish employees.
I mean,
Great.
claim denials are a big part of today's modern insurance problems. The rising costs, the overly complicated policies, and let's not even get into the healthcare system
The
because
free
it
market
is
in healthcare is
fucked.
stupid. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fucking
and of
stupid.
course, with most of the economy, the oh, what's the word I'm looking for? The privatizing.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Of corporate profits above all else is probably the biggest. Human greed is probably the biggest problem with humanity, honestly.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think the root of most of our modern societal problems comes down to greed.
Right. Greed and fear go hand in hand.
Greed and fear go hand in hand. That's very true. So yeah, that's just a big thing today. But we're gonna get into some weird insurance policies.
All right.
I'm gonna name off some stuff that has been insured over the years. Like I found evidence that all these things had been insured.
Ooh.
And then we'll get into Lloyd of London, and I'll just go over the bizarre stuff that they specifically have, and some of these will be in there too.
And he will reveal that he is actually related to them, and he was just playing coy this whole time. And
I'd
he's
be
heir to
rich.
Lloyd
I'd be
fortune.
rich. So, celebrities, just celebrities, have had their legs, hands, voices, smiles, and hair insured. So, if something were to happen in an accident, they'd get a huge payout. Some companies some companies have even offered alien abduction insurance, which I think is fantastic.
It is, but
We
it's just a way to get money out of people.
New business policy, buddy. This is a new. I'm pitching. I'm not telling you something. I'm pitching it.
Okay. Okay.
We could also do ghost damage. Not just your house is haunted. No, we can't pay out for that. But the house or the ghost broke something. Now, if you can prove it, we'll pay you for it. Monster
Right.
attacks. Did Nessie fuck you up? We got
Right.
you.
What's wrong? Your wiener won't get hard anymore because you saw a fucking chupacabra? Hey, we've all been there. Okay.
We've all been there.
Hate when this happens to you. Oh, boom.
How many times has this happened to you? Oh,
Got to be a better way.
but yeah, I think we should workshop it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right,
I
how do we
think we can
find
make
this?
some serious money and be doing a real good service. And you know what? The results will speak for themselves because ever since you got our insurance, how many plates have flown across the room fucking broke? None. My stats say zero. How many chupacabra alien attack combos have happened? That's part of our bundle deal. It's like, think of like home and auto from Progressive,
Yeah,
ghosts
yeah,
and aliens.
yeah. It's
Um, Again, nothing but zeros here. And that's really good for us.
now gonna go over some of the. By the way, before I forget, T-shirt is coming out of that bit.
T-shirt.
Yeah, we're gonna have Boo of London's insurance company.
God damn it.
I'll figure out a way to work both our names into that.
Yes.
So, things that have been insured by Lloyd's of London over the years. The legs of model Heidi Klum.
Fuck you, Heidi Klum.
I used to think she was hot back in the day.
I don't know.
The voice of Bruce Springsteen. Bruce
Fuck
had his
you,
voice
Bruce
insured. Fuck
Springsteen.
you, Bruce. This one's actually more. You know what? Don't fuck Bruce Springsteen or Mrs. Klum.
Okay.
Fuck Egon Roney. He's a
Yeah.
food critic who had his taste buds insured.
All right, God damn it.
That's just too much. That is egregious. I love that word.
What is
Egregious.
with this fucking pampering to certain particular parts of what a person does to make money? Yet the rest of us are told to improvise, adapt, overcome, and stop
Right,
buying
right.
that new fucking iPhone.
Bootstraps
Put the fucking Starbucks down. Make a pot of coffee at home. I don't drink it because I
and
made good like it.
bootstraps. Bootstraps.
Pull them up.
Hold on. trying to find a list of stuff. Here's a couple of unusual things. So yeah, that was in 1957, by the way. Egon Roney had his taste buds insured for $400,000.
Fuck you, Egon Roney.
Back in the
Funny
40s,
name.
it is a funny name. Back in the 40s, Betty Grable, who's an actress, Grable, Grable. She had her legs insured for $1 million each.
Each?
In the 40s. In the 40s. Per leg. Let me look. Looking at her, I don't see her legs, but I see her face. So maybe her legs were worth it. I'm not saying her face was. No, looking at a picture of her legs, I'd say doesn't. I'm not really a leg guy. It doesn't really do much for me. Those are $1 million legs. I'm not impressed.
I'm more of a personality guy, and if you're the type of personality to take out $1 million insurance policy for your legs, well,
and we're back.
You're
brought it around.
Sin, baby.
Brought it around.
Boom. Did you expect that? I didn't.
What's his name? Sorry, where is he from? An Australian cricketer named Merv Hughes had his mustache insured. Now, unlike her legs, I'm going to show you a picture.
All right.
And you can tell me. I'm going to leave my opinion out of it.
Okay.
Looking at us, we're both facial hair connoisseurs. Some would say it's our trademark look.
I don't
other than our hats.
Too hot.
So I'm going to show you.
Yes.
If I can remember what the man looked. What his name was? What was it? Merv something.
Yeah.
We'll say Merv something.
I would insure Larry Bird's mustache.
That's fair. I always forget how to do this. I've done it a million times at this point. There it is. Okay, here's the mustache in question. What do you think?
How much was the insurance policy for?
I accidentally closed that, but I'm going to find out in a second. So, looking at that, would you insure it, or would you have it insured? It was for £350,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, $1 million a fucking leg.
Yeah, I feel like his was probably more reasonable.
Raking in the dough.
His was more reasonable. Well, yeah. I want to know what's the terms. If he shaves it, does he get paid? If he has an injury that leaves a scar that fucks it up?
Nulls and voids. Fucking light a cigarette, get too close.
Do you remember a American football player named Troy Polamalu?
Yeah.
He was famous for that huge thing of hair, right?
Yeah.
Like, huge hair. He had his hair insured for $200,000.
Okay, I don't like him anymore.
Well, I think it's kind of fucked up because if he naturally went bald, did he get that money? Because if right. So, I know a lot of people, my friends included, not going to name names, that could have benefited from such.
Where's that fucking balding white guy insurance when you need it?
Balding white guy insurance. There's our next company.
Horseshoe and Associates.
Let's see.
I gotta fucking find a picture of this shit. You keep going. I'm gonna.
All right. So here's one more. In 2015, a company called Wyke Cheeses insured its chief cheese taster's sense of smell for £5 million. In 2015, this is modern.
Okay.
Another Costa Coffee company insured its chief taste buds for £10 million in 2009. Before that, so the cheese guy got gypped.
Fuck him.
And a dancer named Michael Flatley insured his legs for $47 million.
Okay. Wait. Huh? Insured his legs for $47 million.
Yeah, he was a dancer.
All right, I'm gonna kill
him. Here's some names we both would know. We're gonna go into the wrestling mark thing because, unfortunately, when I think of Lloyd of London's Lloyd's of London, rather, they insured a lot of professional wrestlers.
Oh, nice.
So among the names was Brian Adams, who you've probably heard of.
You see that? That's why we need Horseshoe and Associates. That's me.
Brian Adams was insured. I had to see that. That's uh,
Don't ever
Rick
look at the back of my head.
Rick Rude was also insured. Bret Hart, Kurt Hennig, Road Warrior Animal, and Rick Rude. Why did I mention Rick Rude? I've read him twice. The reason I know why I mentioned Rick Rude at the bottom.
You keep talking. I'm gonna go take a piss
Okay.
because I drink that C4. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Rick Rude actually cashed in on his policy. That's where I was going with that.
Well, I should piss me pants, me lord.
He actually
I'll have
cashed in his
insurance.
policy and retired. You're going to go take a piss?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Goodbye.
We're live, or not we're live. We're recording, so I'm just gonna stop here and wait for Boo. Not really. So yeah, a lot of wrestlers were insured by Lloyd's of London, and their earning ability was insured, not just their body, because they made a lot of money. This was in the 80s and 90s, and in the early 90s, in the mid to late 90s, it began to die out because there was just so many injuries and stuff that would end up, fucking up their entire job. So they needed something. Where else we got here? So that's pretty much the insurance part of the whole bit. We've kind of got all the business out. So while we're waiting on Boo Boo, I'm gonna give a few quick mentions. If you have a topic you'd like to see addressed on the show or covered, feel free to message us on Facebook, or if you know us personally, just reach out and say, hey, what about the history of blank? We might do it. Probably. Well, I mean, we got a lot of topics, but we might still do it. We'll probably still do it. Also, we have a Patreon. You don't have to subscribe, but if you'd like to, go ahead and subscribe to it. And if I see more people subscribe for free, I'll probably start putting more stuff up. Haven't really done a lot with it lately because I just haven't had the time, but that's probably going to change soon. I can make time for it if people want to see stuff. Again, like, follow, subscribe, leave comments. Share it with your friends or your ugly siblings. We cover a lot of fun topics on here, and we have fun doing it. Guess I'm going to edit this part out while I wait for Boo Boo, because I don't know what else to say here.
We interrupt this pee break to let you know if you're not subscribed already. Go ahead and hit it. What do you got to do?
I just hit that bit right there, right before you came back. Then I paused. I'm like, we're just gonna wait for Boo Boo to come back. So you pitched it again. Say it again. Like, subscribe, share with your friends and ugly siblings. But right now, that's pretty much the end of all of our topics today. So we're gonna go to our good friend Factus Jack with today's top 5 fucking facts.
5 facts. What's going on, everybody? It's Factus Jack here with another sexy top 5 facts as usual. You know what the deal is. What you don't know is Factus Jack is a little hungover today. Went a little too hard with the crack and the booze last night, so I'm gonna get this out of the way pretty quick today. No long tangents. Y'all don't really like that anyway, do you? Huh? Let us know if you like it. Alright, sexy insurance fact number 1. The first known insurance contract was written on clay tablets. Some of the earliest risk transfer agreements in Mesopotamia weren't just verbal deals. They were recorded on cuneiform tablets, meaning insurance concepts are literally preserved in baked clay that's over 3,000 to 4,000 years old. That's pretty fucking old. And pretty cool. And sexy. Time for wetter and better sexy fact number 2. Medieval sea loans were technically illegal at one point. The early maritime insurance system, similar to bottomry, if you know what that is, if you know, you know, often blurred the line with usury laws. In some medieval European regions, charging interest on risky voyages was banned by the church, forcing merchants to disguise insurance premiums as gifts or fees. I could think of a very similar concept when it comes to buying pot. Let's get this shit over with. Sexy fact number 3. The word insurance didn't become common English until the 1600s. Before insurance became standard, English merchants more commonly used terms like assurance, especially for life coverage, and wagering contracts, which honestly sounds way more like gambling than financial planning. Isn't that kind of insurance in a nutshell? Hope to God you never gotta use it. You want it. Some places would have you believe you need it. And for certain things you do need it. But, whether they'll hold up to their end of the bargain or not, it is a fucking roll of the dice, right? Might as well go to Vegas and play the games and such. And it's been quite a while since I actually got banned from there back in '82 for a little scuffle, a little bit of tomfoolery, if you will. Hey, the fact is Jack is a party animal. All right, look at this. I'm wearing a sleeveless flannel with nothing underneath. I'm wearing a felt fucking hat with crazy fucking steampunk goggles. Who knows why? I don't. But what I do know is that, insurance has a history of sorts. Pretty cool. And sexy. Alright, let's kick off sexy fact number 4. The first government-run insurance system started with fire relief funds. Before modern fire departments and insurers, some European cities created compulsory fire relief pools funded by local taxes or guild dues. Essentially, early public insurance systems where everybody paid in whether they wanted to or not. Oh boy, it's too bad we steer clear of politics on this show because, God, I've got a couple bangers that I could just belt out there. And it's crazy, watching the men do the history part, I'm just a sexy bystander who fills in and does this shit, unrelated. I got nothing to do with the show, really. But, it seems like there's a lot of things that we still do that we haven't figured out. It's all very interesting, is what I'll say. Very, very interesting. Pay in whether you want to or not. What S word does that sound like? Right wing? Comment down below. Alright, we made it. Thank God, because I'm fucking dying under this hat, man. Holy shit! I will never wear this shit on a 90-degree day again. I hope. Although I am contractually bound at this point, even though I get nothing out of it. There's no money. There's no financial compensation or anything. And there doesn't have to be. Sometimes it's okay to just do stuff out of the kindness of your heart. I love the boys, right? They're, they got good personalities. They're good to look at. I owe them. They bailed me out, okay? I will cut through the bullshit. I owe them big time. And I will wear this goddamn felt hat for as long as it takes to pay off my debt to them. So, sexy fact number 5. Some early insurance policies required physical inspection by candlelight. Before standardized underwriting, insurers would literally inspect ships, warehouses, and cargo at night using lanterns or candles. Meaning a lot of risk assessment was just someone squinting at wood and hoping it wasn't rotting. Well, there you have it, folks. There was the top 5 interesting facts. Why night? Why did they do it by night, I wonder? I have no clue. Maybe that's when like rats and roaches and shit come out. And they're like, I'm not tossing my money at that. Fuck that, man. You got bugs. You got pests. I'm not gonna fucking pay just to send some rats across the ocean. You kidding me? That's messed up. You want my fucking gold? Come and get it, Mr. Taxman. Speaking of which, pay your taxes, folks. It's fair. Okay? But you weren't expecting that hot take, not from someone like me. Not from someone dressed like this. But that's okay. Anyway, back to the boys and whatever the hell they were talking about. Fucking losers. Love you guys.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So, thanks to Factus Jack, who we have never actually met in person. Not really sure who he is, but he's fun,
He's kind of stupid.
kind of stupid, a little eccentric. I think is the word.
Yeah.
I want to say how.
Don't look at that guy's internet history.
No, 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 no. Do not, do not. You got anything to add, Boo Boo?
Well, I guess I could share my personal thoughts on insurance. It kind of bleeds over into capitalism.